Last time out for the Trans Am Series, Edmonton a couple of weeks ago. Their first time ever on a brand new airport course. The action spectacular. The excitement started to bubble over on the final lap when both leaders spun out. Greg Pickett was able to recover first and get to the line in front of Tommy Dreese. The 58-year-old Pickett bagged his first Trans Am win since 1992. He's the first ever driver to win a race in the last 4 decades of Trans Am action. Now the drivers deal with their second new course of the season, the streets of San Jose. Randy Ruhlman back to where it all began for him. He's trying to build his points lead. Ruhlman is in line to perhaps celebrate his first ever Trans Am Series championship. San Jose is next on Speed. And welcome to the streets of San Jose. Time for the 6th race of the 2005 championship season. It's the Cytomax Sport Drink 100 from the streets of San Jose in Northern California. Hello again, everyone. I'm Rick Benjamin, joined by Derek Daly. Chris McClure and Jan Beekes will be on pit road for us today. Beautiful weekend to go racing, but Derek, how much more challenging could a racetrack be?
This is what you would call a stern test of man and machine. Not because it's a street circuit. It's very much like Monaco because it never quite widens out, never makes things easy for the drivers. So the concrete walls going to attract these cars, and I don't think the fastest man is going to win this afternoon. The smartest driver will win here.
3 races to go. The championship chase is very tight between Randy Ruhlman and between Klaus Graf, who drives for Rocket Sports. A tight place like this could really jumble things up.
It really could, and Graf really has had unreliability problems in the Jaguar. Randy Ruhlman has the speed and has reliability. So from what we've seen so far, I think Ruhlman has more of a chance to extend that lead today than Graf has to catch him.
Top 5 drivers, though, within 25 points. Now, there could be a spoiler in the field here this weekend. One of our favorite guys. Boris said he'll make his second Trans Am start of the season. He's with Jan Beekes.
And we talk about the fact that the fastest driver may not win this race, but certainly the fastest driver in qualifying was Boris said. Probably no surprise. You come here as a spoiler, not having run all the races. What's your tact here? What do you do with no pressure on you?
Well, I mean, I got a really fast Ford Mustang and a lot of people here from ACS and Sun Microsystems, and I'm not running for points, so, you know, it's old Boris, winter crash. I don't really care. It's a great track in San Jose. Never would I ever thought in my life I'd be going 160 miles an hour down the streets of San Jose, and, you know, it's going to be hard to pass, so starting 5th, I'm going to have to rough up the suspects. So if I make it, I make it. If not, you know, I go home.
He'll be roughing up those suspects, and I know a guy who hopes he doesn't get roughed up is with Chris McClure.
He happens to be the points leader and trying to win a championship. Randy Ruhlman, Boris says it's winter crash, but you have a balancing act to work with.
Yeah, we've got a championship we're going after here today, so it's not going to be outright speed that wins this thing. It's going to be a combination of that and keeping your cool and having some patience until the end of this thing and see how it all plays out. But they've put together a great course, and we're looking forward to a good race.
So he has to play it a little more cautious than Boris, but he's a racer. He's going to try and win, guys.
Now, Randy Ruhlman will start off outside the second row. Big entry list of more than 30 cars came here to San Jose this weekend. A lot of them are GTA entries that you see here. But the starting lineup, Paul Fix has the pole. He was the 5th quick qualifier. He's in a GT1 machine. That's a Mustang. Joey Scarallo from Long Island, New York, alongside. Second row, the winner at Edmonton, Pickett, and the points leader, Randy Ruhlman. Row number 3 here this weekend. And some changes upcoming. Boris said, you heard from him a moment ago, quickest qualifier in that number 33, Hema Maher. That's the second Jim Durhak Chevrolet. Row 4, Mike Davis, the team owner for the ACS bunch, and Klaus Graf, and Derek Graf is going to drop to the back of the field with a tire change.
And that may be an advantage as this race goes on. Fresh tires are so critical here on street circuits.
So will Tommy Dreese, the other Rocket Sports entry, go to the back of the field. Rudy Reback, quickest qualifier in GTA. He'll start outside the 5th row. 2 more GTA cars, Dave Brown in the 09. Art Munchera, and he's a doctor, a dentist, in car number 90. In the 7th row here this weekend, Steve Kelso, very strong in his Chevrolet. John Condren, another Chevrolet Monte Carlo. He, too, is a GTA entry. The 8th row, James Rogers in the 69. Steve Toth in the 63. The GTA field very large here this weekend. Back to the 9th row, Tim Spurgeon in the 96 from Danville, California. Dale Hartman in the 25. He's from Santa Rosa, California. That's an Oldsmobile. The 10th row, John Klusendorf in car number 58. Roy Isley in the 46 from Grand Prairie, Alberta, Canada. That is a Monte Carlo. He's been strong at several places this season. The 11th row, Raul Pinto in the 89. Guy Dreyer in his Chevrolet. That's car number 13. And back to the the 12th row here. And these, again, GTA entries. Steve Schmaltz in the 54. Gary Bloss in the 65. He'll start in the 24th position. 13th row, Tom Sherrill in the 80. GT1 competitor Monica Colvin, her Monte Carlo carries the number 08. Row number 14 here today, Tim Barber. He failed to take a time. He's been very quick this season. Brad Jones in the 57 from Redwood City, California. Gary Hagstrom in the 34. Now, Rob Rodriguez will not take the green in his GTA entry, the 01, and neither will this driver. In car number 1, the series champion, Paul Gentilozzi, who won at Toronto to bag his 30th career victory. Gentilozzi deciding he needed to withdraw this weekend as well. And the other two Rocket Sports Jaguars, remember, they've been plagued with mechanical issues. The other two cars, the car of Dreese and the car of Klaus Graf, electing to change tires. They'll start from the back of the Trans Am grid. They'll be back at about the 5th row.
And when you mention that number of GTA and GT1 cars on a street circuit like this, traffic will be a huge issue for the front runners to deal with. That is a focus of this afternoon's event.
Field starting to roll off on the front straightaway. We'll come right back on speed with the green flag from the streets of San Jose. It's the Cytomax Sport Drink 100. Keep it here.